Hi, this is Oliver Eaton and welcome to Everton's football history. Before the video starts, please like and subscribe, and please sit back and relax and enjoy this video. Everton was founded as St. Domingos in 1878, so that people from the parish of St. Domingos Methodist Church in Everton could play sport year-round. Cricket was played in summer. The club was renamed Everton a year later after the local area, as people outside the parish wanted to participate. The club was a founding member of the Football League in 1888-89, winning their first league championship title in their 1890-91 season. Everton won the FA Cup for the first time in 1906 and the league title again in 1914. The outbreak of the First World War in 1914 interrupted the football programme while Everton were champions, something that will happen again in 1939. It was not until 1927 that Everton's first sustained period of success began. In 1925 the club signed Dixie Dean from Tranmere Rovers, who in 1927-28 season set the record for league goals in a single season with 60 goals in 39 league games, a record that still stands to this day. Dean helped Everton to achieve their third league title. Everton were relegated to the second division 2 years later during internal turmoil at the club. However, the club was promoted at the first attempt, scoring a record number of goals in the second division. On return to the top flight in 1931-32 season, Everton wasted no time in reaffirming their status and won their fourth league title at the first opportunity. Everton also won their second FA Cup in 1933 with a 3-0 win against Manchester City in the final. The era ended in 1938-39 with a fifth league title. The outbreak of the Second World War again saw the suspension of league football, and when official competition resumed in 1946, the Everton team had been split and paled in comparison to the pre-war team. Everton were relegated for a second time in 1950 and did not return until 1953-54 season, finishing as runners-up in the third season in the second division. The club had been in top flight present ever since. Everton's second successful era started with Harry Catterick was made manager in 1961. In 1962-63 season, his second season in charge, Everton won the league title, and in 1966 the FA Cup followed with a 3-2 win over Sheffield Wednesday. Everton again reached the final in 1968, but this time were unable to overcome West Bromwich Albion at Wembley. 2 seasons later, in 1969-70 season, Everton won the league championship, 9 points clear of nearest rivals Leeds United. During this period, Everton were the first English club to achieve 5 consecutive years in European competitions, seasons 1961-62 to 1966-67. However, the success did not last. The team finished 14th, 15th, 17th and 7th in the following seasons. Harry Catterick retired, but his successors failed to win any silverware for the remainder of the 70s, though the club mounted title challengers, finishing 4th in 1974 under manager Billy Bingham, and under manager Gordon Lee 3rd in 1977-78 season and 4th the following season. Manager Gordon Lee was sacked in 1981. Howard Kendall took over as manager and guided Everton to their most successful era. Domestically, Everton won the FA Cup in 1984 and 2 league titles in 1984-85 season and 1986-87 season, and the club's first and so far only European trophy, securing the European Cup Winners' Cup in the 1985 final. The European success came after first beating University College Dublin Inter Bratislava and Fortuna Sittard. Everton defeated German giants Bayern Munich 3-1 in the semi-finals despite trailing at half-time in a match voted the greatest in Goodison Park history, and recorded the same scoreline over Austrian club Rapid Vienna in the final. Having won both the League and Cup Winners' Cup in 1985, Everton came very close to winning a treble, but lost to Manchester United in the FA Cup final. The following season, 1985-86 season, Everton were runner-up to neighbours Liverpool in both League and the FA Cup, but did recapture the league title in 1986-87. After the Heysel Stadium disaster and the subsequent ban of all English clubs from the continental football, Everton lost the chance to compete for more European trophies. A large proportion of the title-winning side was broken up following the ban. Kendall himself moved to Athletic Bilbao after the 1987 title triumph and was succeeded by assistant Colin Harvey. Harvey took Everton to the 1989 final but lost 3-2 after extra time to Liverpool. Everton were founding members of the Premier League in 1992 but struggled to find the right manager. Harold Kendall had returned in 1990 but could not repeat his previous success, while his successor, Mike Walker, was statistically the least successful Everton manager to date. When former Everton player Joe Royle took over in 1994, the club's form started to improve. His first game in charge was a 2-0 victory over derby rivals Liverpool. Royle dragged Everton clear of relegation, leading the club to the FA Cup for the 5th time in its history, defeating Manchester United 1-0 in the final. The Cup triumph was also Everton's passport to the Cup Winners' Cup, their first European campaign in the post-Heysel era. Progress under Joe Royle continued in 1995-96 season as they climbed to 6th place in the Premier League. A 15th place finish the following season saw Royle resign towards the end of the campaign, to be temporarily replaced by the club captain Dave Watson. Harold Kendall was appointed Everton manager for the 3rd time in 1997, but the appointment proved unsuccessful as Everton finished 17th in the Premiership, only avoiding relegation due to their superior goal difference over Bolton Wanderers. Former Rangers manager Walter Smith then took over from Kendall in the summer of 1998, but only managed 3 successive finishes in the bottom half of the table. The Everton board finally ran out of patience with Smith and he was sacked in March 2002 after an FA Cup exit at Middlesbrough. While Everton in real danger of relegation, David Moyes, now fired from Manchester United on the day of recording, was his replacement and guided Everton to a safe finish in 15th place. In 2002-03, Everton finished 7th, their highest finish since 1996. A 4th place finish in 2004-05 season ensured Everton qualified for the Champions League qualifying round. The team failed to make it through to the Champions League group stage and were eliminated from the UEFA Cup. Everton qualified for the 2007-08 and 2008-09 UEFA Cup competitions, and they were runners-up in the 2000 and 2009 FA Cup final. Moyes has broken the club record for the highest transfer fee paid on 4 occasions, signing James Beattie for $6 million in January 2005, Andy Johnson for $8.6 million in the summer of 2006, Yakubu for $11.25 million in summer 2007, and Myron Fellaini for $15 million in September 2008. It was under David Moyes' management that Wayne Rooney broke into the first team before being sold to Manchester United for a record fee of $28 million. At the end of the 2012-13 season, David Moyes left his position at Everton to take over Manchester United, what he's now been fired from. He is now being replaced by Roberto Martinez, who was previously fired from Wigan after winning the World Cup, FA Cup. Now on to the club's crest. The club rarely incorporated a badge of any description on its shirts. An interwoven EFC design was adopted between 1922 and 1930 before the club reverted to plain royal blue shirts. Until 1972, when bold EFC lettering was added, the crest designed by Kelly, this being Theo Kelly, in 1937, was used on the team's shirts and has been used ever since, undergoing gradual change to become the version used today. The latest version of the crest launched in May 2013, was removed by the club to improve the to make it easier for the designers to print them. Suggested that it was external pressure from the sports manufacturers, Nike, that invoked the redesign as the number of colours had been reduced and the radial effect has been removed, making the kit more cost efficient to produce. The redesign was poorly received by supporters, with a poll of the Everton fan site registering a 91% negative response to the crest. A protest petition reached over 22,000 signatures before the club offered an apology and announced a new club crest would be created for the 1914-15 season, with an emphasis on a fan consultation. Shortly afterwards, the head of marketing left the club. On the 3rd of October 2013, the club revealed a new badge had been chosen by the supporters, generating a 80% vote, beating out the two other designs presented to supporters. And finally, their honours. As you can see on the screen, they've won the league quite a lot of times. They've been league runners-up as well. And there are the honours. Thank you for watching Everton FC Football History. The next video in the series is Fulham. Please can you like and subscribe and share it to your friends if you want. Look back at some of the others in the series and get ready for the next one, which is Fulham. I'm trying, as it is nearly the end of the season, trying to get at least to Liverpool so we could hopefully celebrate their title win if they win. I'm Oliver Eaton. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.